Hi, my name is Dr. Richard Pan. I am a physician and chair of the Senate Committee on Health, and I want to speak to you about COVID 19, also called the novel coronavirus. The California State Senate wants you to have accurate information about COVID 19 and give you tips to keep you and your family safe from this new infection. COVID 19 is a disease that is spreading across many places in California and around the world, and we must join together to slow this contagion. About one person in 10 to 20 who are infected will need to go to the hospital. This infection is particularly serious for our seniors, 65 years or older, and for people who have chronic lung or heart disease, diabetes, or compromised immune systems. For people 70 to 79 years old, this disease may kill 8% of those infected, and for people 80 years or older, 1 in 7 infected may die. If we do not each do our part to slow this disease, our doctors, nurses, and hospitals will be overwhelmed, and many more lives will be lost. Now, the governor and other officials have already requested extraordinary measures to keep people apart and slow the spread of COVID 19. Many events, including sports and concerts, have been canceled, and many schools, bars, and nightclubs are closed. We should avoid large gatherings and stay 6 feet away from other people as much as possible. But these measures will not succeed unless we each do the following. First, people who have a fever, dry cough, or shortness of breath may be infected and must stay home. I cannot emphasize this enough. If you feel that you need medical care, please call your doctor or other healthcare provider first. Unfortunately, coronavirus testing is currently limited, but look for news about testing availability in the coming weeks. By staying home, you will save lives. Second, protect vulnerable people by avoiding physical contact with them. People 65 years or older and people with chronic lung and heart disease, diabetes, or compromised immune systems are at risk. If you are in one of these categories, you need to stay home and not travel. Avoid gatherings. Try to stay at least 6 feet away from others and avoid touching your face with unwashed hands to prevent infection. If a vulnerable person lives in your household, you need to be extra careful to avoid exposure and not bring the infection home. And if you do become sick, try to isolate yourself at home. Finally, each one of us can take steps to avoid catching COVID 19, or more importantly, spreading it to other people. It is possible to be infected and not feel sick, and yet still pass the disease to other people. Wash your hands frequently with soap and water, or use hand sanitizer. Coronavirus enters your body through your mouth, nose, and eyes, so avoid touching your face with unwashed hands. If your nose itches, wash first. Now, many people may touch parts of our faces unconsciously, so if you do become aware that you touch your face, wash your hands to prevent spreading viruses to things that you touch. Also, regularly clean frequently touched surfaces such as doorknobs, and don't share cups and utensils. Cough into the crook of your elbow and not into your hands. Minimize physical contact with others and don't shake hands. But please stay in touch with family and friends by phone or email. We need to support each other during this stressful time and not feel alone. These steps are essential to slow the spread of COVID 19 and protect our community. However, we also understand these recommendations can be difficult to follow for many families as they struggle to make a living, care for children or parents, or both, and pay bills. Your state senator is working with state, local, and federal leaders to get help and to give more options to families to make it possible for everyone to do their part to slow COVID 19. If this infection doesn't slow, additional steps may be required to protect the public. For the latest information about COVID 19, please go to the website for the California Department of Public Health at cdph.ca.gov. If we each do our part to slow COVID 19, we can protect ourselves and our community. This is Dr. Richard Pan. Thank you for listening.